Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nervous 90s. Hayden and Joel, the usual people. The third person, mate, he is, don't know where he is, but we'll keep rolling without him like we usually do. Mate, Joel, how you going?
I'm good, mate. Nervous 90s. I like that little intro. Episode 90 tonight. To be honest, didn't think we'd get this far. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Yep. It's, I wouldn't say it's been a long ride, but it's been an enjoyable ride, though.
Mate, we're season 3. We're nearing the end of season 3. Geez, I'll tell you what, with only 10 eps to go to the 100, we might have to start thinking about a 100 eps special. I think we mentioned that a few episodes ago. But
I mean, we did. We'll have to work it out. It might be around grand finals, really, if you sort of look at things.
Well, yeah. So we
Maybe
probably got
not.
3 more. Yeah, it'd be close. 3 more in August and then
I'm going to say
4 in
I'm trying to.
September. We could throw in a couple of little extras just to get it to grand final time. You know what?
Yep.
Battlers, you might have heard it here first. Maybe we just make that happen.
100%.
Speaking of battlers, do you want to give us a 30-second, only 30 seconds, 30-second rundown what happened on Monday, mate?
Fuck, we stick to the game plan in the first half. We didn't stick to it in the second half.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And I will give a bit of information to people. If you want to go play Oztag at Catherine Park, I fucking would not. I wouldn't play Oztag or go to Picton or NRL Round.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I hate the joint. I'm not a fan of the organizer. I'm not a fan of the refs.
We haven't had a good record every year since we had to move over there.
Is that about the third or fourth year there? Third, maybe second or third?
I think third year, sixth season. I think obviously summer, winter. But yeah, done. I'm done. I said to him, we can't get into NRL. I'm done. I'm not going back there.
Absolutely.
Because I gave him a godly mighty spray.
Which one? Mark, the organizer?
The ref. No, the ref.
The ref.
You couldn't hear from the
on the field or after?
On the field, I was in his face going FC. I even said the C word, and he didn't even do anything.
Jeez, I would have walked you. I would have absolutely walked you.
Yeah, I did it at the end of the game. Yeah, I did that from, you can pick the ball up 2 meters after the try line and put it down. But
go back and watch the footage. The live stream. I'll put it on as a reel. Go back and watch the footage. Team captain Kyle went and reviewed the footage straight away. He messaged me about an hour after getting home and goes, "I've just watched the whole game again." And I scrolled through and I got my wife to check as well, Leah, who's an Oztag player. She's played State Cup and whatever. She goes, "Oh yeah, you can tell that they've stepped over the line there and put 100%. The ball down." I'm like, 100%. I actually almost feel like tagging Oztagging it and going, I'll check the rule first, but I'm like, you tell me whether you're allowed to put your foot down over the line before you put it.
The touchy 10 meters back and on the other side makes
touchy who was standing at the same spot as me, just about. No angle. Anyway, Battlers lost 5-4 in the last second. Go back and watch the footage on our Instagram. It is horrific. Yeah. It is an absolutely devastating moment. Battlers just continue to battle. And that means, H, that you play another season, as long as it's at Narellan.
Only Narellan Vale, yep. And I've already said that. I said that in the group chat. I said, boys, Narellan Vale or nothing for me.
Maybe even Picton for you. Picton might be a little bit closer now.
Could join a team. Maybe a team that wins. Don't know.
Let's move on.
Yeah, move on, mate. I think we'll focus a bit on the Olympics, mate. History was made this morning, mate.
Yep. This morning, I guess, yeah.
Well, yeah, with this is the most gold medals that Australia have ever won at the Olympics.
18.
Previous record, we are at 18. The previous record was obviously 17 from 2004 and 2020.
Yep.
So it was very good to see. And it's good to see because some of the events that we thought we would medal in, we didn't. And then some events that we didn't think we did. So, and we're third on the ladder. I think it's a pretty good achievement by Australia. And we've got a good buffer to fourth. I think it's 3 or 4 now. So,
yeah,
we could finish in the top 3.
Considering
Olympic.
also the all the swimming medals that we got, it's been quite diverse, I think. After that, the two young kids pretty much, wiped the floor with the skateboarding, but we've
Yep.
also jagged like a cycling one. We've got our first women's field event with Nina Kennedy in the pole vault. We've jagged the cycling again. Did you see the stat today? The cycling every 20 years, 84, 2004, and 2024. We've won that event. So I just think it's other countries like the US and China, they get a lot of medals, and it is what it is. But for us, I like that there's just been little bit of diversity. We obviously did really well in the pool, but there's been a couple other events which has been good.
It's good to see that. Usually, obviously, we've got to try and get as many medals as we can in the pool, because then the second week we usually drop off.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
but this year, mate, going back to it, I think, mate, we might have won more gold medals out of the pool than in the pool. I'd have to go check, because, well, being gold medals, I wouldn't say all the medals, but
I can do a quick fact check if you want to keep spinning that yarn, and I'll do a quick fact check.
And unfortunately, we could have added to it today, but one of the girls in the 10 kilometer swimming sprint was leading for about 95%, and she got done late.
Second.
But still a silver. And we're still got a good couple of chances tonight and the next couple of nights in some events.
I think that's something else to, recognize. If we sort of act a bit like USA for a little bit, we've got a bucket load of bronze and silvers as well. And again, in some events that, maybe we did expect a gold, but also some events where we're like, geez, that's pretty good. We just jagged a bronze, or we just jagged a silver.
Yeah, I think the big,
mate, 42 medals. We got 42 medals.
Yeah.
I
think his name is Matt. I think he got bronze, and I think he was a very heavy favourite for the gold for us. But
in which?
In the discus.
Yeah, Matt Denny. Yeah, bronze.
Yeah.
Yep. So okay, let's go. You want to know golds swimming versus otherwise, right? So we got the pole vault. So that's one. We obviously got the 3 in the canoe from the Fox girls. Shout out to Noemi who jagged that kayak cross. So that's 4. We got the BMX racing, Saya Sakakibara. So that's 5. We got the cycling road, that's 6. We've got the cycling track, that's 7. What else did we get? Not the marathon swimming.
2 skateboards, so 9.
2 skateboards. We got a sailing one today. Matt Weirn in the dinghy. So that's 10.
That's already over.
So like you said, we not dominated in the pool, but we smashed the pool, and we've actually won more events outside of the pool. So again, it's freaking awesome.
100%.
There's some of those events aren't traditional either, I think. And that probably highlights, a bit of the Aussie sporting spirit as well.
100%. Obviously, look, it's been a bit of debate this week on some other podcasts that I've listened to. We've some of them go, I don't like these non-traditional sports that are jumping into the Olympics, and then the other bloke goes, but you've got to keep up with the times. You've got to keep people interested in the Olympics, and you have to put some of these events in, like your surfing, the golf coming back, skateboarding, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like
the skateboarding for me, like yesterday. So our bloke that won, what's his name? Keegan. He's 20, 21, I think, maybe 21. Right. There's a bloke in there who is like in his 40s competing as well.
Yeah.
Now he got like 3 runs that he did. He got like a 30, a 20, and a 30. But like, I think that's mad. Like, you don't see, even all the girls that won were all teenagers. I think they were 14, 16, and 17-year-old. I'm like, what other stage? What other event do we have? Maybe there are some rules like gymnastics. I think the women previously, a lot of like 16, 17, 18-year-olds, but certain rules in certain sports. But I'm like, no, that's mad. Like it's still pretty cool to have that.
Yeah. And just going off that with the girl that won for Australia, she's the youngest gold medalist, obviously at 14 years and 88 days is the now the
That's
official
so
record
cool.
of the youngest gold medalist in the Olympics for Australia. So, and that's good to see. It's like Keegan that won the skateboarding. He won it in Tokyo. So like
Yeah,
he's two gold medalists by the age of 21. Like,
I know. And what have we done?
oh, exactly
Near,
right. Unless you're swimming, really, it's hard to go back.
yeah.
But then I did see a stat today of a I think Cuban super heavyweight wrestler or judo.
Yep.
Five Olympics in a row of
I
gold.
know. That's sick. Like over a
Nuts.
20-year span. He's retired. He just retired. He won the gold, and I think he left his shoes in the ring, and he's like, "That'll do." I'm like, "Yeah,
100%.
man," because you're like 40. Like, give
Yeah,
it
like,
away. Anyway,
it's crazy.
there's a little bit left of the Olympics. Only a couple of days. Obviously, the golf has just teed off. I've just seen the women's results just before I come on here. 2 leaders at 8 under. One of the girls just shot 8 under on the front 9 to get into
Yeah,
the lead, and then third onwards is 2 under or better or
mate,
worse. Sorry.
the Frenchman did a lights out 9 under first round. I think she had the lead by 3, and then the rest was like 1 or 2 under.
I know. But in saying
Crazy.
that, the men weren't too dissimilar. Not many people
That
under
was
par in
slow.
that first round, so I like
Yeah.
that. It's very similar. Even like Min Woo Lee was. We talked about him being 5 over in the first round. I looked at some of the results. I think 7 over, 9 over for some of those girls down the end. Disappointing. Charlie Hull. She would have been a fan favorite, and she's down at like 7 over or something. So, but
Yeah.
we got a few we got a few more Aussie athletes sort of tonight. Looking at sort of like chances. I don't know, few in like the repechage rounds, maybe some that might get a go, but I think the water polo against the US, three in the
Yeah.
morning. That's going to be a good one to watch. The beach volleyball, the semi-final against Brazil, that's at 5. Well, when this comes out, it'll be maybe an hour after this comes out, or this will come out an hour after that. That'll be one to watch. Mariaf and Clancy up against Anna Patricia and Duda. They're going good, the girls in the beach volleyball. Have you watched them?
I haven't watched them, but I have seen some of the highlights or when they sort of play the news.
Yeah,
I think if we can get to 20 gold,
that's mad.
I think it's
I reckon we're half a chance, to be honest.
yeah.
So,
Unfortunately, I was just watching before. Men's and women's 4x100 relay didn't make it through.
Yeah,
but the men did break the national time.
I just saw the back end of that race. And one of the blokes said that it was pretty competitive. He said that's probably one of the fastest times to miss a final in recent Olympics.
Well, they came 4th, and they were only 0.06 away from Great Britain. That did, I think, a 34.08. I think we did 34.14 or 16, something like that.
Yeah.
So, but hey, look, all you can ask is if they break the national record there,
that's mad.
What more can you do? Like, we've never been the best in sort of the 100 to 400. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh, apart from Kathy.
Well, you take Kathy Freeman out, and maybe John Stephenson if he did something in a final, but other than that, we're not much into that.
So,
hopefully in the future we can.
Couple of days left. I think we finish up over the weekend, don't we? I think the golf's one of the last events. Finishes on the last day, I think.
There you go. And then
maybe the day before.
And then they would have the closing ceremony and then the opening ceremony again for the Paralympics starts.
That's not until about the 20-something. So I think they've got 2 weeks off to try and clean up and get things back sorted.
So it doesn't happen straight away, does it?
No, I don't think so. I think it's later. I think it might be a week and a half, because I think they'll probably modify some of the spaces. They're probably moving. They might condense a little bit. I would assume. I'm just guessing. I would assume maybe there's not as many athletes as opposed to the Olympics. So
Wednesday the 28th of August to the Sunday
28th.
the 8th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's about 2 weeks in between. So anyway, there you go.
Yeah.
I feel like I had something else for the Olympics, but it's escaped me. So
Aussie involved or and the poor bloody fucking Boomers, mate. Winning by 16 and we
yep.
go down to Serbia and then overtime.
You know what? I actually turned that off. I got to about halftime and I was like, how good's this? They're home and hose. They were up by a mile. I was like, I'll just go and watch something else. I think I might have put the goal for the skateboarding or whatever it was on. And then I flick back over later and I see Serbia getting up and about, yipping and yahoo, and I'm like, what is going on here? Yeah, tipped over. But anyway, what do you do? Are the women still in, or did they get punted too?
No, they won. So they're versing the USA though.
Ooh, okay, so that's gonna be tough.
That's the semi-final, so at least we can.
I'd love to beat the USA. That would be all time.
Yeah, a lot of people want the USA to lose. No one likes the USA. No,
funnily enough.
Funnily enough, no one likes the USA except fuck, I don't even know.
Well, some of the people in USA don't even like them.
100%, mate.
We won't get too political on this podcast.
Yeah.
Mate, I would like to, seeing as we're swapping roles a little bit here, can I run through last week's NRL?
Be my guest, mate.
Usually you do, but I thought I might take this one.
Yeah,
round 22 last week, Thursday game. Tigers went down to the Cowboys. Very high scoring. I've said this a few weeks in a row. Tigers games have been high scoring. They're obviously letting in a bucket load of points, but they are actually crossing the white line. So, I know what was it? The magic sprinkle dust is gone, as you said earlier in the year, or whatever it was.
I said that up before.
But I just reckon, maybe there's glimpses of hope for, I don't know, 2030 or something. But anyway, they got.
You can count on death, taxes, and a sin bin or a send off in a Tigers game.
Can't you? Can't you? I'll check
I'd put my house on. I'd put my house on it.
You know what? That's almost a bet for this weekend. I checked the Supercoach scores. I checked the Supercoach scores halfway through, and I'm like, there's a bloke on minus. Oh, that'd be why. Sin bin. Anyway, I wonder if Benji's coaching that. Just give the penalties away. Who gives a shit?
Oh, doesn't sound like it.
I hope he's not. No, I hope he's not. The Friday game, the Eels actually got up 30-20 over in Auckland. Very surprising. Didn't have that.
Warriors shot.
Warriors gone. And they've got SJ retiring. He's officially. There was whispers. I think he's on a podcast, and there was whispers the other week. He sort of gave it away. But yes, he's retiring. He's had a fantastic career. I think it's probably time that he calls it, passes the baton on to someone else for the Warriors.
I think if he didn't have the injuries this year and last year, he would have went on one more.
He probably could. But mate, once you're into he's mid-30s, is he?
I'd say so. I'd be surprised if he's not 33.
He's got some young kids. Like, just you don't have to play for much longer, mate. You don't have to do it to your, like you said, you don't have to do it to your body.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Spot on.
Huh?
Spot on.
He's 33. Mate, you can pick it. Roosters 40-34. This is dangerous heading into the finals. The Roosters only just getting over the Dolphins, who are in 9th position. I would not be happy. I would not be happy with that result, to have to score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tries against.
Thing is, they're just getting out to these leads and letting teams
and just letting it go.
Just turning it off and letting it come back in, and then they got to turn it back on.
Yeah, it's not
to get the job done.
It's not good. It's also not good for the Broncos, who lost 46-18 against the Titans. The Titans scored 7 unanswered tries in the second half. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 unanswered tries. And that's a double to Jojo Fafita as well in there. He scored 3 on the day. Like, that's so bad. It's so bad.
Kane Haas out for the season. Ezra Mann out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Put a line through them.
Yeah, done.
Fucking
They can look to next year. Look, game of the round.
Upset of the century.
Game of the round at the very least. The Dragons getting it over the Storm, and I missed this. I missed this game. Had actually friend of the show Kyle over on Saturday afternoon, and chit chatting and whatever, and then I'm going, oh, what's on the Olympics this afternoon? I'd already teed up in my head, put the Dragons game on this afternoon, and then he come around, it threw me off. So we trying to put the Olympics on. I got the kids to bed later, and it's like 8:30, nearly 9 o'clock, and I'm like, I checked the footy. What's happening tonight? I'm like, the Dragons were playing.
Yeah,
Check it.
game.
I'm like, oh, what was the score? 18-16. What the hell? Where did that come from?
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Jaden Su'A, Ben Hunt. Oh, well, friggin' hell. Where's it been like all year? Jaden Su'A and Ben Hunt put on a bit of a clinic. Only the 2 tries in the second half, which I was pretty happy with. And obviously, Zachy Lomax, his kicking got us over the line. So, yeah, I was very, very happy. I watched the KO mini the next day and a few other highlights, and I was very happy to see that. And your Sharkies got up, mate, 20-6 over the Bunnies. Bunnies are gone, I think.
Yeah, we might be going as well, mate. We're losing players left, right, and centre. Ronaldo's out, Mine's out, Trindle's out now.
Is Trindle gone too?
Yeah, he did his hammy. I reckon 2 weeks, but it's a hammy. You don't know.
You could slip a little bit further down, couldn't you? Oh, maybe, yeah. You won't miss the 8, but you might slip.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. If we win this week, and then hopefully the Dragons do us a favour.
Yeah, so I don't know if they will, but anyway, we'll get to that in 2 weeks' time.
It's going to be interesting, mate. We've got to get past the Titans. The Titans are on the up.
Yeah.
They're a bit iffy for the finals, mate. 4 points out of it, but you don't know. Dragons lose, they win 2 points. Up for grabs, really.
The other thing with you guys sitting in 4th is you want to hold that 4th position. Like, you really want to be in a top 4. If you're in the 8, see, Dragons aren't really in the 8 yet. They're in, but they just want to make the 8. Whereas you guys really want to make that top 4 because that gives you the extra week.
And give me Melbourne. I'd rather Melbourne than Penrith.
That's probably not a bad shout.
Melbourne they've been winning.
But then they lose to the Dragons.
Yeah.
So. Actually, Dragons beat Penrith and Melbourne this year. Speaking of Penrith, 22-12 over the Knights on the Sunday. Pretty standard, nothing too much. That Casey McLean, he scored a try. Nathan Cleary scored the 3rd try for the Panthers in the second half. It was a pretty quiet second half other than that. So, yeah, I don't know, not too much there. And then the doggies really making sure that they get into the 8. They're probably pushing for your spot in 5th. 22-18 over the Raiders. Bit of carry on after the game from what we've seen. You think
they won the grand final on top of the league after that game?
Well, you know what? I understand. They're obviously a certain type of fan, but they've entrenched themselves into the 8, and that's exactly what they need.
Where were these fans 2 years ago? Nowhere to be seen.
That is true. That is true. They were walking out early, or they were watching from their TV.
Yeah. And now you're coming out. Oh, we love Serrato. You wanted him sacked last year. Like, come on, give us a break.
Yeah, they were bagging all the signings. You know, the Kikau, the Reed Marnie, the Stephen Crichton. Oh, what are these blokes doing? They're doing nothing. Matty Burton. And now all of a sudden they're heroes. So I don't know. But look, I like seeing the Dogs win. I don't like seeing the carry on too much. There was a couple of Raiders fans got abused and whatever. I don't like seeing that, but I like seeing the Doggies win because they do have passionate fans and it adds a bit of character. Seagulls got the bye, which is probably good for them at the moment. Just get some 2 points. They stay in the 8. Yeah, that was round 22. How'd I do? How'd I go?
Pretty good, mate. But you did miss round 2 of the women's thing.
I was leaving that to you because I did that last week.
Okay. Who do we believe? Mate, we'll just quickly go through. Newcastle stay undefeated with 26 to start, 20 win over the Canberra Raiders. The Gold Coast Titans win 28-12 against Tigers. That's the Tigers 0-2, and it's a bit of a shaky ground.
Mm.
Mate, my Sharkies winning 18-16 against the Parramatta Eels.
I tipped
We
the
started
Eels
off,
too.
we started off hot last year, so I'm not really
Yeah,
getting ahead of there.
don't get too excited. Yeah, yeah.
No. Mate, the Roosters bounced back with a pretty good win against the Broncos at a 0-2 now as well. So some
Yeah.
of the two big teams there are starting 0-2. Mate, your Dragons unfortunately went down
So close.
38-34 to Trifest, but and that leaves you
And
guys 0-2 as well.
copped I think Margot Vella scored a double, but maybe copped an injury that might see her gone for a little while. So not ideal. We get a gold medalist back into the squad though this week. Tyler
Back from
Wong,
Paris.
she's back from Paris. The are they an All Black? No, what is she? Just the New Zealand Sevens. Are they a Silver Fern? What are they? I'm not sure.
I think there's
Oh
Silver Ferns netball.
man, I don't know. Anyway, she's back, so at least she can take a gold medal into camp and maybe freaking rile them up a little bit. You'd hope so.
100%. Gonna have to do it the hard way,
Yeah. Anyway.
mate. We'll start with this week's round 23, and the bloke that we told that his team was done, he's just messaged saying season done, mate. We told you that a week ago.
As he just messaged, shout out Daniel.
He goes,
For context battlers, we'll talk about this. Young fella, he hammers the Instagram DMs talking about the bunnies, loves his bunnies. He's a good bloke. But he's been telling us all year how they can make the 8, they can make the 8. I've done the maths, mate. They are gone. We told you that the Storm were going to just demolish them. And are we nearing half time? 22-4, a double to Will Warbrick. That's good for my Supercoach team.
And how good is I sold Ryan Pappenhausen last week because he got 11 and
he's just scored.
Try. But the message, mate, see you next season. I'm going into hibernation till the A-League season starts.
See you, mate.
Should have went into hibernation a long time ago.
See you, mate.
Probably after 4 weeks.
Go and watch the Olympics.
100%. Mate, then we kick off 6 p.m. tomorrow night with the Gold Coast Titans versus my Cronulla Sharks up at Seabus.
Great game. Stadium. Great game.
Tip my Sharkies, but I'm just doing that because when I tip against them, they lose. But I do think the Titans.
I'm gonna lean towards the Titans.
Yeah, they're in good form, back into the top 8. They got no injuries. Well, only AJ Brimson out, but mate, we're just depleted. We've got Brayley in it at the 7 or at the 6, sorry. And then McInnes playing 9. Got Burrell on the bench. So it's going to be interesting, but I just don't think.
I wonder how McInnes will go at 9. I wonder what that will do for him.
It's going to be interesting, but we'll see. Mate, and moving on to the second game out at CommBank with the Parramatta Eels versus Penrith Panthers. Penrith
Panthers
13.
Done. Yep. I've captain Cleary again this week.
I've got him the vice captain.
Well, I was thinking that because it was so early in the round, but I thought, nah, stuff it. I'm just going to go it.
100%. It's not a.
He'll get 95 or something anyway. Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Mate, and the first game is Super Saturday, the Canberra Raiders versus the Manly Seagulls down at GIO Stadium. I think Manly win. I don't think that it'll be a good game.
I think this will be pretty close, similar to the Doggies last week with Canberra. I'm with you, though. I think the Seagulls can probably just get over them.
Yeah, great. Mate, then we got the All Queensland derby with the Cowboys versus Broncos. I think Cowboys win.
Easy.
I think it's going to be an ugly game, I think. Not the scoreline, more just the footy that's going to be played.
Yeah, because, look, Cowboys have been a bit up and down for a lot of the year. They have a good week this week, a bad week. You know, I'm with you. It probably won't be, your streamlined footy. It won't be your pretty footy. I'm gonna go the Cows by maybe 6 or 8 though.
Yeah, I'd probably heavily agree. You pretty much just said, mate. Then we got your Dragons versus Bulldogs down at Netstrata Jubilee down there in Cogra. The thing is, you guys are just week to week. Good, bad, good, bad. Obviously,
I
due
think
for a
only
bad week.
I think only 2, maybe 3 times this year have they backed up and had another win the next week. The Dragons.
Or even backed up with another loss. There hasn't been too many double ups
Yeah.
of results. And unfortunately, I think that's going to continue. I think the Dogs win, but 1-6. I'm giving you hope.
I reckon Flano will get them over the line. I think they'll win by, like, same as last week. I reckon they'll win from Zach kicking, or maybe a Ben Hunt field goal or something. I think it'll be that tight. It'll be an arm wrestle right to the end, and they'll just get it. I think they need it more than the Dogs. Even though the Dogs really need it, I think they need it more than the Dogs. And I think this is their time. They've stuffed up enough during the year. They'll get it this week. And if they don't, I'll be fuming, because that could be our finals berth gone. This will be make or break for the finals.
Yeah, I think agree, especially with this next game, mate, with the Dolphins versus the Warriors. You don't know what you're going to get with these teams. And I don't know, but I'm going to stick with the Dolphins. I just don't think the Warriors. I just don't know.
Will the Warriors fire up for Johnson's retirement announcement?
You would think so, but then they probably don't.
They could. They could, though.
I'd go Dolphins 1-6 as well.
Dolphins are pretty full strength here, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to go the Dolphins at Suncorp.
Mate, then to round off the round, mate, with the Newcastle Knights versus the West Tigers up at Newcastle.
I don't like either of them.
I don't like either of them as well.
I just want Fletcher Sharp to score about 6 tries if he can. If it's going to be a try fest like the last couple of Tigers game, I just need Fletcher Sharp, because he's my starting fullback this week.
Well, I got my captain in here, mate. I brought in Kalen Ponga this week, so
ooh, that's good. I did consider that, but I've just used one trade this week.
I'll take 6 tries. I'll happily take that.
Kalen to Sharp, Ponga to Sharp, Ponga to Sharp. I'm going to go the Knights. No, you know what? I do it every other week. I'm going to go the Tigers.
Right, well,
for the upset.
Mate, and then obviously that leaves the Roosters on the bye.
Much needed bye. Dom Young, little hamstring injury, I think, last week. So he needs a week off. Anyone else pick up an injury last week from the Roosters? I'm not sure.
No, not really. I think it's good to give the Origin boys a bit of a break as well.
Yeah.
Because they really haven't had a break.
Haven't stopped.
So be good and ready to rip in next week.
So the ladder at the moment, Storm, Panthers, Roosters. So Storm 36, Panthers 34, Roosters and Sharks on 30. They round out the top 4. Bulldogs and Cowboys both on 28. Seagulls 27. I reckon that 27 is going to save the Seagulls. Dragons 26. So then Dolphins and Raiders are knocking on the top 8 at 24 points. Titans, Knights 22. They're probably only 4 teams that I think could make it potentially.
Wouldn't bother going down.
And then lower than that, I'm not really going to bother. Warriors, Broncos, Rabbits, Eels, Tigers. They can't get there because they need 4 from 4 wins. Or they actually probably need 5. So, but anyway, that's that.
Yeah, mate. Before we head off, got a little bet for you, mate. In the International Series, England, the golf.
Yep.
Our man Blandy's going to win it. He's playing in it. I think 4 or 5 of them. Some of the boys are playing in there, so they're playing out at Fox Hills. I think he's a local person to that.
Is he
going through his Instagram? He's been
played
home
there a bit.
He's still at home, so I think it might be close. But we'll see how we go. Mate, got previous winner is a live player, Andy Ogletree.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
I think that's Hayden's.
Yep.
He won it last year. Got a field of 156 this year. I think might be a cheeky little bet. I'll see.
The international series going pretty good. They're getting some good golfers there.
Well, that's how they get their points now, really.
Yeah.
Obviously, and people that want to play on live, that's the main reason to get through there as well. I think if you top one, you get automatic, and then I think a couple of other guys have to go through a playoff sort of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good to see a lot of them coming out, and there is no betting.
Put a bet on. Can't do it. Hey,
Can't do it.
just before we wrap up, the men's discus. What's the score to beat?
Oh well.
No.
Technicality, mate. No, I'm not going to go off. No, I'm not going off that. I'm going. Technically, I only have to throw a meter, and then I come fourth last. But we're going to go.
Is it 55 or 60 or something?
No.
Have you got it there? 50, surely. So H was trying to tell me during the week that 3 people didn't record a score, so I've just got to plop it in front of me inside the V, inside the lines, and then I get it. And I said, no, you need to throw further or as far as the shortest distance that was recorded.
To make a 1 with 70 meters on the dot.
It's huge. I actually saw that throw. It was huge.
So in Group 1, was 50.
I want to know how heavy their discus is too, because it's way heavier than yours.
I've got to throw 58.23.
You won't get half that.
Oh, I might get 58. I might get 58, but
how heavy is your discus? Probably a kilo, maybe 2.
Oh, I think
theirs is a 5 kilo. Anyway, all right, 58. We are going to make that happen in the next couple of weeks. You know what? Maybe we're going to be both at an event in a few weeks' time with a couple of other maybe supporters or viewers. Maybe we do it then.
I won't beat it. Oh, sorry.
You know what I'm talking about. No, yeah, next week. Next weekend. Is it next weekend? Yeah, next weekend.
Next weekend. Yeah,
Jeez, that's crept up. I reckon we do it there. Because I think the place that we're going has a nice.
I haven't had training. No.
Start training.
Right.
I'll start training.
All right.
Battlers, you might be seeing H Moore do a discus very, very soon.
Another live stream coming.
All right, Battlers. We will talk into your ears next week. See ya.